sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between these road warriors and the Cleveland Browns.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
The ball is teed up, and with the boots, the NFL postseason has officially begun. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
Already know I got shit on go. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you play or you troll. Precious on the ready.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
19, Charger, 19.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And that's the way to start this game. Give him 8 on that first offensive snap.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First down. A gain of 7. First down, Bulls.
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Now motion him out of the backfield. Working on 1st down. Catch is made by the rookie from Notre Dame. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Left side finds Johnson. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On the draw, this is Gibbs. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Wow, nearly a pick on that check down. A bit lucky that he couldn't hang on to it, and it fell incomplete. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Not the way you want to start your game, but the pick was dropped, so the opening drive continuing now with 2nd down. They'll go right side with Gibbs. Room inside the 10. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
They have it 1st and goal, an early lead available here in the postseason. From the red zone on 1st. He's got it. He'll get out of bounds after a small gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on throw, that's a go-to route to target.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with a loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
Two yards away from a touchdown to begin this game. Here's 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown! The Bulls finish up an excellent opening series. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Bulls will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now hold on a moment, folks. You got a player in some discomfort after that one. He's going to receive some assistance as we take a brief timeout. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They stick with McCaffrey. Makes the tackle. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
180.
Stafford from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the first sack of the game, Kate, as you just called, is a big one. And they're going to make this guy pay if he's trying to play too much hero ball. Got to find a way to get the ball out of your hand.
180.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
3rd and long for him here. Oh, defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. 4th down coming up.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. And the deficit stays at 7.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Let's go.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
9 yards. It's 2nd down.
We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. And we're back. Road offense out there and set. Let's get the 2nd quarter started. They have second down behind the sticks. Throwing from the gun here. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that you count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Let's go. 70, Timberwolf.
Shotgun now on third down. That's caught. This is Addison. He's got the first down grab and still going. And he can't finish it off in the end zone, but a great effort. Out of bounds all the way down at the 5. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
First and goal. Here's Gibbs. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bulls pull that in front further, 13-zip. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Bulls double their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out first and 10.
Monday. Set.
Shotgun snap to Sanford. Finds him over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Set. Hey, lady.
From the gun, McCaffrey. Good defensive effort here, drives him back across midfield onto their own side. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Blue 60.
Now Stafford to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
It wasn't the first time, Kate, you've called this guy's name, but definitely one of the hardest sacks he's going to have. A lot of range required to get that one done, but an impressive negative tackle for loss.
So a really tough spot here. This is third and a country mile.
Set. 180. Ready, hot.
Here he goes, third and long. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
And this is going to stick them deep on their own side. That's out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
At their own 9-yard line.
Here we go now. Time to start this drive. First and 10.
Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10.
Ready.
He's going to throw it. Getting out to his left. Has a big strike to Addison. And he's got a bunch here up past the 25 before somebody gets to him. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Don't you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop, we're playing the same guessing game that defenses are on those kind of plays? Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that outlet.
Too much lead on that throw. That ball's incomplete ahead of his target.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Still 10 to go. It's second down now from the 26. From the pistol, it's Gibbs. Escapes the defender. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
A good draw play is like a great punt return. You just set the table and let your elite athlete do his job. Excellent job of selling the pass. The O-line got a body on a body. And these running backs at this level, they know how to make you pay defensively.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Panther 11. Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Let's go.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Oh, nice adjustment to bring in that tip pass. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Well, he tried to get aggressive, and it looked like it was done for after the deflection. He got himself to the right place at the right time to make that catch downfield.
Handoff on 2nd and short. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Well, that run puts him right back in the same old situation for 3rd down. I really thought that run was going to get the couple inches they needed. You could tell, just look at him down there, Kate. They thought it was going to work, too.
From the gun on 3rd down. Higgins downfield, and he has it. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Looking in the air here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. A gain of 15 there. And that gives him a 1st down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. He's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Here we go. Set. 18 cards. Ready.
2nd down, looking for options. And this is going to be hauled in for the touchdown. The Bulls get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. Elliott on now to attempt a point after. Extra point set right down the middle. The Bulls stretch their lead to 21.
Browns notice. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Stafford now on 1st down. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. That was Hunter, the intended receiver. So second down coming up.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Stafford to throw again on second. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. That's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing third down.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Throwing is Stafford on third. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Kenny Moore with the pick. And the Bulls get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they face second down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
And that's incomplete. There's 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And things look tougher now with third and long.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means one last play in this half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10.
Set. Lady.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he hits the lane for 9 into enemy territory. Now a timeout for an injured player. That's Christian McCaffrey being attended to. Hopefully with his history, this is something minor. Less than a ruler needed here on second down. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be. Aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots, but some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Ready. Yellow lady. White. Stop.
Stafford back to throw. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's second down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Stafford now on 2nd and 10. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Ready. Lady. Tonight.
Air it out on 3rd. Cut out left. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Zero. Stop.
4th down. Here's Stafford. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Coaches challenge him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's go.
Drive begins with Gibbs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
He's going to throw this one. Screen here for Gibbs. And they don't get any help on this second down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
Jake, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Bronco ladies.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. On the move. Hit it right. Oh, he lost the football. And it looks like they got it back. They did. Offense maintains possession.
Ready, set.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Another one for Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now is Cage training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Catch is made down the right sideline. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
When you throw that comeback route versus zone, you have to see the underneath defenders. It's frankly easier, Kate, to throw it versus man-to-man. You know where everybody is. But in zone, you better trust your eyes underneath. And when you do, there's completions like that to be had.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. And he'll go down here, comes up nicely after a gain of 7.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the Browns take possession in the shadow of their own end zone. They're at the 4-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Well, I think I hear the warning sirens. You hear them, Kate? I think they just got quiet there. Because that run right there gave them enough room from their goal line where you should feel comfortable calling anything in your playbook.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4.
Set. 180.
Stafford from the gun. He's throwing deep to the left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Stafford now on 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The issues this offense has been having, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
That right there might just earn him a one-way ticket to his coach's doghouse. He interfered with a fair catch, and that gives this offense a free 15-yard boost heading on the field. The worst time for a mistake defensively, and that awards them this 1st and 10. Gets his tight end on the corner out. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 7,
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Those little short throws, they have high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Elliott connects there. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Throw left side, complete. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's a Browns first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Set. Stop.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Pressure's on him, and it's going to get home. He's dropped. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Lady.
Back to throw. Here's Stafford. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Bulls get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
Well, these were the kind of plays they needed, frankly, earlier in the game when it was still somewhat close. By this point, still a great play, but a bit of a hollow highlight with the game already decided.
Ready.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
19.
Again, it's Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Ran about the luxury, that's up the highest metric. The city just made a sweep with the diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette, the LA yelling.
Mustang 19. Ready. Like 60 Eagles. 60. Dragon 60.
Motioning the tight end now. To the air on 3rd and long. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. First call here coming from the shotgun. Back to work after throwing the pick. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
I'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion.
Set. Real right. 22. 20. 20 high.
Back to the air we go on 2nd. Stafford. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Bulls get it back after making their 3rd first. Interception.
Kate, I think the one thing you and I love about this NFL game is almost all of them are one-score games. So to see a blowout like this, it's taken a superhuman effort defensively, and they just added to it.
And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Cowboy 70. Cowboy 80. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Steady.
I'll throw it. Completed right side to Addison. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. just keep running away with this. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. The Bulls continue piling onto this lead.
Browns nothing.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Just content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35.
Ready up.
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10.
Down. Ready.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield.
Sit black. 95. Ready.
Throwing now on 1st down. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Bulls see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30. Well, that should pretty much shut down throwing his way anymore, Brock. This guy has ended each of their last 2 drives by himself with an interception.
And that's kind of the price you pay when you're playing phenomenal ball as a defender. I can remember Aaron Rodgers, primetime game, said, I'm not even throwing once, and didn't attack Richard Sherman one time that game.
Gibbs now from the gun. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
He was brought down by...
Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Gave away a couple on the 1st down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12.
77 Cougar 19.
They're going to pass it here. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. And the Browns pick it up. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Great defensive effort late, even if this one's decided.
As quarterback, you just cannot play it fast and loose with ball security, because those defenders, Kate, on the other side, they practice all week to rip and tear and claw at that football. He gave it away, and even worse, he watched him return it for 6.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns take a molehill off that mountain as they still trail by 27.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Four yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
They send a tight end in motion.
Let's go.
They'll toss it to Gibbs. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Tag! Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. He hits a wall, stops at a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And you never want to count out those wild card teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here, fighting their way to next week's divisional round games. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bulls winners, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.